Habang gigil sila sa brut-brut pow, eto chill lang nakapisan. Habang gigil sila sa brut-brut pow, eto chill lang nakapisan.
What up, loved ones? What it do? Spotty Young right here. You know where I'm from. Thanks for tuning in. And if you're into real shit only, watch this video. Yes, sir, man. Check it out, man. I got the homeboy, Jane from East Oakland. And you know, we go way back and shit, man. We met at High Desert around 2014. And this is the homie right here, man. We found each other, and here it is, man. It's trip out. He's about to speak the truth. This shit about to spit some game. And let the homie know, homie, to those who don't know and shit, where you from and shit, like where'd you grow up?
Hey, what's happening with y'all? My name James. I'm from East Oakland, man. You feel me? Grew up in the Murder Dubs. I don't know if y'all know about that, but it's the hood in East Oakland. You know what I'm saying? Real famous for, just shooting crimes. You know what I mean? Like they get you while you're early. So, 13, 14, 12 years old, man, you out there, you know what I'm saying, selling drugs, doing crimes, robbing people, man, you out there getting it. So that's where I'm from, East Oakland, Murder Dubs.
That's what's up, that's what's up. So anyways, bro, so you was born in East Oakland, you grew up in there and shit, right?
Yeah, I grew up in East
Alright.
Oakland, yeah.
So to those who don't really understand what it's like with the environment, people that didn't grow up and where you grow up, because they're wondering, because people are judgmental by nature, it's easier to judge than to think. So to those who don't know, you could have been anything else. Like you could have been a nerd, a dork. What led you to hanging out with your friends and, led you to doing crimes and shit like that?
I mean, shit, I'm gonna keep it like, real, like, simple and like kind of get to the point because otherwise I'll be on here all night telling the stories and all this. But for the
Yes,
most
sir.
part, I grew up in foster care. Both my parents was on drugs and alcohol. So from a young age, it kind of had like shifted me from like, just being like, like a good person, a good student to like having to survive at a young age. So, you know what I mean? Like just living like, growing up in foster care, where I gotta like, fight for food. I gotta like, fight for like, water and just, what I'm saying, like, like steal food from trees and just, what I'm saying, do different things, a survival of how to get food and all that. So they had just kind of like, made me like angry and mad. So, what I mean, like when I finally got back with my mom's, what I'm saying, I'm like maybe like 11 or 12. It's like I'm still like mad and angry. So I'm having anger issues and just, dealing with all these emotions. So it's like I'm going to school, but I'm like mad and still I'm getting a lot of fights and just always getting in trouble. So, what I mean? Like I just didn't fit in because it's like, what I mean, I was like just mad and angry at the world because of how I grew up in foster care. So for the most part, just kind of like hanging with the wrong crowd, the crowd that I felt like for me, I fit in with, which is people who was doing crimes, like robbing stuff, just shooting up stuff and just kind of, what I mean, like just getting into bullshit because it's like, all I grew up around was just, learning how to survive and just kind of like, get it from a young age because I got sick of going to school, with, what I mean, holes in my shoes and holes in my pants and, what I mean, like getting laughed at and made fun of because, like I'm like I look bummy or whatever and I ain't looking how everybody else look with good shoes and, good clothes on and whatnot with haircuts and all that. So I'm like, man, I just hung with the people who was getting to the money. So I just hung with the wrong crowd and, we were just robbing, doing crimes and that's how everything really kicked off for real.
Yeah, I feel you though, man, about, being mad at the world and stuff like that, surrounded by just negative energy. I mean, I can relate. I can relate, man. Not I wasn't like growing up in a foster, but I was being raised as a single mom without a dad, so I feel you on that. But damn, bro, 2014, we met each other
Yeah,
in High Desert. This is a maximum security yard right there. And what do you call
man.
this?
Yeah, it was
Like,
wild.
bro, you got way smaller now. Swallow, like, look at you, dog. Like you fucking looking
Nah,
at
yeah.
up and shit, man, from back.
Yeah. I was probably like I was probably like 130, 140 back then, bro. I'm like 215 now.
Gee, that's a long. But
Yeah,
when we met each other, bro, around 2014, how old were you were back then?
bro. So that was 11 years ago, bro. I was 19, bro, 18. Cause I was like
Ooh,
fresh, like I had went to jail when I was 16. So when I
yeah,
met
yeah.
you, bro, I'm like fresh 18, 19, bro. I wasn't no older than like 20 years old.
Damn, you was young too,
Yeah,
though.
I was young, bro.
Yeah, that's
I didn't
great.
have no face. I didn't have no facial hair then, bro. None of this. Remember?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was bro, baby face, no facial hair, nothing, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, but we were staying out the way though. We're just doing it.
Yeah, for sure. Out the way, just
Uh,
going to work, bro,
eh,
working out, playing basketball, trying to miss all the BS, bro. But sometimes they got a way of finding you, though.
yes, sir, yes, sir. So,
Mhm.
man, I remember us working in the on the main kitchen. That's like that's like one of the best jobs you can get in
Man,
the
that's the best job you can get in the high desert, bro. For real. Besides the canteen worker or like the yard crew or like the like the outdoor people. But yeah,
yeah,
that was a good job, bro. Cause like we gone all day. You
yeah,
going from like one. I remember it was like one. We go at like 1 o'clock and come back around like 7, 8 o'clock. You feel me?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So you miss all the bullshit for like the whole day because you're going at work.
Bam. So, like, out of your whole prison career, how many years did you lose to the system?
10 and a half, bro.
Damn, 10
Third
and,
of my life for real.
10 and a half for real.
Yeah,
But
third of my life, literally. Shit. I'm 30 years old right now, bro. So I literally did third of my life in prison, in jail
hey,
like that.
third of your life. Damn, that's crazy.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
I'm happy to see that you evolved to this,
for
you know
real.
what I mean, to this man, and it's way different. I'm happy, bro. Have
For real.
to start. But anyways, it wasn't that easy because in
Yeah,
prison,
nah.
some people just gave up, became a low fiend, just got all
When I was
depressed,
sad,
gave up on life. But
yeah,
who was helping you out? Like, who was your role model that's helping you become a better man and shit, and make yourself like upgrade yourself?
man, I would say, man, my mom's first and foremost, cause, like when like I say, I grew up in foster care, so, I wasn't like close to my mom's or whatever. So when I went to jail, it's kind of like I'm getting to know her for the first time for real. Like she like visiting me, sending me letters, you know what I'm saying? Like coming to visit me like whenever she can. And I'm calling her on the payphone, you know what I'm saying? And she's sending me like canteen for, money for canteen and packages and this. So it's kind of like I'm getting to know her through jail. So, like she was like my main supporter because it's like without her, man, I would have been done. Cause like my siblings, like they wasn't really there for me like that. They was, I mean, like they'll like hit me with some money or whatever, like every blue moon or like, whatnot. But it's like my mom's, man, she was there from when they came and grabbed me from, what I'm saying, school when they picked me up for the case until the day I got out. So, what I'm saying, just think like over 10 and a half years, she was there from day one, just, supporting me, keeping money on the phone for me, praying for me, which was like, the most important because like I said, I didn't really, the prayers like was the most important thing. So, you know, um, it's like that was really important for real. You feel me?
Yeah, real shit.
So, like,
Yeah.
so my mom was really, and then, like I would say God because, like I kind of like met God when I was in jail. So I don't really believe in God before I went to jail, but it's like coming to jail after just kind of like, be like, okay, God, if you real, like you got to show me without no doubt so I can believe. And then he did because it's like I did over 10 and a half years and, never got like raped, never got stabbed, never got beat up, never got like killed or never got like had no dangerous, nothing, no dangerous things happen to me when of course you've been there, so you seen like that happen all around you. So it's like what I mean to be able to keep me in prisons where it was like it was dangerous, but yet what I'm saying I'm walking around, what I'm saying, no, and it's not affecting me personally. So I would just say, man, my mom's in God for real.
Yeah, that's straight to the point, bro. It doesn't get any
Yeah,
fucking real than that. Man, throughout your, I know for sure you've, witnessed miracles from some higher being. From
nah, for
all
real,
your time that you were doing, anything could have happened. You could have gotten life, you could have lost your life, stuff like that.
nah,
What
for
are,
real.
just to name a few, what are the, some stories or, miracles where you got away from
Oh man,
getting
yeah,
yourself caught up?
I got a gang on, bro. I got a gang on, but I'm gonna keep a couple of them for now. So like. The first one I can always think about was I'm at Susanville. You feel me? Like I probably been there for like a few weeks, but like I said, I'm at Susanville. Susanville, in my opinion, was worse than High Desert. So imagine how fucked up High Desert was, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Man, Susanville worse. The COs there, they way more racist. The inmates there, like I say, all of them white. It's like so. It's like they ain't fucking with us. So for the most part, it's like I get there. I'm maybe there about a few weeks. So I'm on the third tier. I mean, I'm on the second tier. In the in C section. If y'all know, it's like basically like when you come into the building, it's like You got the cells, like in the front section, the middle section, and the last section. So where I'm at in the last section is called C section. So you know how when they do lunch or whatever, they always do from A first to B and then C. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm in C section waiting on them to release for dinner, and so they release the bottom tier for A section, the top tier for A section, and then and B section top and bottom tier. So they get to know what I'm saying C section and on section I'm at. So to go for dinner. As I'm heading out to go to dinner, the alarm go off. And get down, get down. So in prison, alarm go off, you got to get down on the ground and all that. So
Yeah.
as I'm getting down on the ground, what I'm saying, I don't know, we don't know what's going on. Trying to get to dinner, but we down for like maybe like 30 minutes or whatever. So, anyways, to the story, it ended up being a full blown ride with the Southerners and the blacks. So that's
Ooh.
man, bro. It go crazy with the rides, bro. So
Yeah.
it's a full blown ride, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's going in the kitchen though for dinner. So essentially, you know what I'm saying? I got saved from being a part of that ride because they released us last. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
So by the time they got to our section, the ride already going up and going crazy. So everybody else, they got to get down. So we can't get to it because, like I said, we're in the building still. Because the ride's in the kitchen. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'm in the building. We don't know what's going on. We just getting down though, but they going crazy in there. You know what I'm saying? Though people getting stabbed and beat up, and long story short, man, somebody got killed that night. So you know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Like I say, in prison, it's like, man, even if you ain't had nothing to do with it, you know what I'm saying? If it's going up in there, you got
Yeah,
to get a part of it, bro. If somebody that's your nationality, your race, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? No, get in a fight or whatever, and he getting jumped on or whatever the case may be, you got
yeah.
to go get in that, bro. Even if you don't know him, you got to go help out. So just imagine, what I'm saying, like, to only be in that prison for a few weeks and then it's a full blown ride going off. I would have to get involved in that because it's my race. That's what I'm saying, part of that ride. You feel me?
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
So, but like I said, just what I'm saying, being saved because I was in the C section, it prevented me from having to be a part of it because they released for us last. So that was definitely a miracle that God saved me on because we gotta think. You get into a ride, you getting all that go down. All to do is add more time to your sentence. You feel me? You gotta try to fight the case now. Get charged for a ride and all that, and get more time and all that. Like who want to go through all that? You feel me?
Real shit, real shit.
So it definitely
And,
saved me on that one for sure.
and not just that, bro. If you get hit in the wrong vein at the part of your body,
Bro,
you
you
can
gone,
lose your life. And if you don't get hit on the right vein and you get shot, you could lose you could lose an arm,
bro.
limb, or you could lose your life too and shit, man.
I, bro, I done been in rides, so like it's like when them rides going off, bro. It's like you scared because you don't know where is it coming from. It can come from the left, the right, the back of you, the front of you. Like, and you gotta think you're trying to fight the inmates off you, but not just that. The COs they own you too because they want to stop it. So they got pepper spray, they got batons, they got block guns. So it's like you're trying to fight all these different things around you all at one time. So your mind just going 1,000 miles a minute trying to keep up with. Okay, do I fend the cops off? Do I fend the inmates off? You don't know what's going on. So it's like this shit's scary, bro.
Yes, sir.
Bro, I ain't gonna even lie to you, bro. That shit is scary, bro. Like when I got in my first ride, bro, I'm praying to God, like, please, 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 let me, I'm saying, no, stay alive and please end this fast because it's like you said, it's scary, bro.
There, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I got lucky too. But first off, let me just say that I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. My experience in Susanville and High Desert was some racist shit. It's gonna be
Yeah, for
controversial for
sure.
me to speak on it right now. Maybe some other time. But from my personal experience, racism in there. Anyways, long story short, I just wanna tell you real quick how I got lucky too. I don't know if you remember. We was both in High Desert. We work in the main kitchen. Sometimes if you're in your cell and it's time to go to work, they announce on the tower,
Yeah, yeah,
get rid of workers. They'll crack your door a little bit,
yeah. I
right?
remember that. Yeah, they always do that.
And then so they crack my door, and then what do you call this? You got your boots on, ready to go to the main kitchen, ready to eat the food and shit, man. But
Yeah, yeah, good food back there.
next thing you know, boop, boop, goes alarms going off. Bro, there was a spontaneous, not setup. It was just a spontaneous riot between the brothers, the blacks, and the Asians, right? On
Mm.
the basketball
Thank.
court. I don't know if you remember.
I remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
do. I remember
So
that, bro. Yep, I do.
and the next thing you know,
I
the
remember that.
workers, they closed our door.
Yep, yeah, I
I
remember
was
that,
like, what
bro.
the fuck? How the fuck did the Asians got involved in this shit, right?
Cause you gotta think like not to cut you off, but like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Asians and the Asians and the blacks, like we always like cool. So like yeah, I remember over the basketball. I remember that, bro.
Remember
Yeah,
that.
that's crazy.
Anyways, long story short, we was locked down for about what, couple days, week, 2 weeks.
Yeah, yes,
Go
man. They
right
love
back
putting
to
your lockdown.
Yeah, go back to the kitchen like nothing happened. Got away from that shit.
Yeah, bro. Quick, bro. I just gotta
Remember
add,
that?
bro. Quick little story, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, my bro, high desert, bro. They fucking love putting you on lockdown, bro. Remember that, bro? Oh, some metal for the kitchen missing. Lockdown. Oh, a cup missing. Lockdown. Oh, a spoon missing. Lockdown. I'm like, bro, they put you on lockdown for anything in high desert, bro. You remember that?
Yeah, yeah. They love the
They used to have me,
lockdowns right
bro.
there.
It
Yeah.
got to the point to where whenever they had program, bro, just shoot to the canteen, bro. Get soups and load up for lockdown. You feel me?
Yeah, they love the lockdowns in there.
Yeah.
But how about in Susanville? Did you get more time? I mean, did you get more rec time or same
I mean,
lockdown?
yeah, Susanville, they was definitely better at giving us more time out the cell. Like they wasn't like on that lockdown shit like that really because, it's like so for example, like when I just said the riot that happened with the blacks and the southerners.
Yeah,
So like high desert, if you got in the riot, they're gonna put you all in the hole. You feel me?
yeah,
But Susanville, bro, they brought everybody back to the yard. You feel me? Like only the main people, I guess, like the main culprits, or like whoever they deemed was like like just really involved in like they went to the hole, but like for the most part, like I'm seeing people come back to their building sprayed up and like with blood. I'm like, damn, what the hell? They ain't getting locked up in the hole, whatever. Like, nah, they put you back in the building, bro, and just give you paperwork, but write you up for ride, and that's it. You feel me? So I mean, it's like they don't over there in Susanville. I can say that they wasn't doing lockdown, so they'll definitely give you program for sure.
yeah. Sam, I can't
Hmm.
believe we've been to fucking the place Susanville was like the Twilight Zone or something and shit. And I
Bro,
hated
I
it.
promise you, bro. Hey, the day I left Susanville, bro,
Yeah,
like the whole like Susanville city,
yeah.
like I was like, oh, thank you, God. Like I'm like, man, I'm never come back up here again, bro. Like I never want to see this again. You feel me?
Yeah. Wait,
And I ain't
so
never seen it.
just
What's
just
up?
to name a few you're from East Oakland, right? So just to name a
Yeah.
few, what are all the prisons that you've been through and shit?
Oh man, I done been a. I'm gonna kick it off, bro. How I first started, bro.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
been to San Quentin for reception, bro. High Desert, Susanville, Vacaville, Sadaf, that's in Corcoran. I've been to Old Folsom, that's in Sacramento. I've been to RJ Donovan, that's in San Diego. I've been to I've been to Tracy. I've been to Stockton. I done been to a gang of them, bro. Like, but that's like something to name a few. Like for sure, I know off the back of my head though.
For sure, for sure. So out of doing all your time right there, which one do you think that was the
Oh,
smoothest
that's an
time
easy
that
call, bro.
yeah.
Easy call, Vacaville, bro.
Oh,
Man, what,
Vacaville was fly?
bro? Hands down, bro. Easy call, Vacaville, bro. What? Vacaville is where I first began to like, know what I'm saying, like really be like, okay, like if I'm in jail, like this how I want to be living, cause like they got phones, they got, know what I'm saying, no drugs, they got. You feel me? Like you just like feel like you like in society because it's like it's so much stuff going on there. You like, man, like you like, bro. After being in the high desert, bro, in Susanville, bro, you get to Vacaville, it's like a whole new world. You like, bro,
Like
like you
paradise.
seeing, like you seeing life for the first time. You like, bro, like you like, man, like this is like, you feel me?
This
Cause
new
like you
life.
always hear, cause like you'll hear stories about like like oh people with cell phones in prison, this and that. But high desert didn't have that going on. So you get the high desert, bro. You like, bro, it's actually cell phones in here. You like, bro, what? You feel me?
Yeah. Hey, dang, you never experienced the out of state program. I experienced that.
Nah, because remember,
Yeah.
I was so I couldn't go because I was in the triple CMS program. You feel me? So you know that if you triple CMS, you couldn't go to that.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy, man. Damn,
Hmm.
I remember there's a lot of homies. Anyway, on the do you remember who's the other Asians that you was playing basketball with? right there in the
But
yard
uh,
in high
at,
desert.
at, at High Desert, man, shit. Let me see.
You
I
can both
know.
know. Yeah.
I can't think of the name, but it was one. It was one dude who I know. I think her name is like Van or uh Van or I can't think of his name, but he was like a like an Asian homie. He had life in prison, and he was like he was actually next door to me on the second tier. He'll play basketball good. He was like an older like Asian guy, but he played good basketball though. I can't think of his name though, but I mean I remember some of them. I just can't think of the names, bro, because like it was so long ago, bro. That, like I'm like, you feel me?
Yeah, yeah. I can't
Yeah.
believe it. Man, that's crazy. So, man, when I met you on 2014, I was already almost out of there, out of prison.
Yeah, I remember that shit. You was gonna go home soon.
Yeah, and
Yep, I was
you're
I was like I was still like just getting my shit started. Yeah.
that's crazy. So, man, that means I know I
Cause I
figured
cause I
out.
wanna cause I wanna say when
Yeah,
you came to High Desert, you had just came back from out of state.
yes, sir, yes, sir. I got kicked out.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Out of state. And
Yep.
what do you call this? So you still did a lot of time after we went our separate ways.
Hell yeah, I did about shit. 8 more years after that.
Damn. So that means you've only been out for a few years now.
Yeah, I've been out 3 years now since 2022.
Damn, that's crazy, bro. That you're basically still fresh out because I've been
Nah, exactly.
been out for a while now.
Hell yeah.
So
You been out for a good little minute, huh?
yes, sir. 2016.
Oh yeah. You been out for a while, bro.
Man, so
Hell yeah.
anyway, there's the recidivism in California with the inmates are high as you can see. But I'm just happy to hear that you have your head straight on and focused.
Nah, for
What are you
real.
doing right now, bro? What are you doing right now to to stay on the right track and not get distracted back into the stupidity from when we were kids? Shit.
Nah, for real. So I'll just say, man, let me just get this quick little background, then I go to the question. So I've been out since 2022. I ain't never like even had a ticket since I've been out. I ain't never had an incident with the cops. I ain't never like even sniffed gel again. I got off parole after being out for 1 year. My PO called and said, man, look, don't call my phone no more. I'm like, what you mean? Like, man, you off parole? Like, I don't want to see you no more. I don't want to hear from you no more. So for me, just doing good. I got off parole in 1 year, and then just actually recently, a couple weeks ago, I just got my record sealed. So my record sealed, bro. I'm good to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like I've been doing good for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my lawyers had like put a petition in to get it sealed, and the judge approved like that. The DA didn't even get no pushback. They just said, man, you know what? Like he doing good, so they just approved it. So my record sealed up. I've been working since I came home. I've been like just working, bro, hustling, just grinding, but for the good way, like just really like working like 9 to 5 jobs, and right now I'm doing construction and HVAC, so it pays pretty good. Doing like like labor type work and just like learning and just growing as a person. So I just been doing that, just really working and just, also I just graduated from college last year with 2 degrees. I got a degree in psychology and a degree in sociology, so I'm doing that, and then I'm my goal is to like continue school, and I want to work. I actually want to work in jail as a therapist, so that's what I'm working towards. And I'm saying, doing that, and also I'm working towards, at my church to to be able to go in prison, like and help people who are incarcerated, tell them about God and all that too. So I got some things up my sleeve, so I'm just working on that, and also I did some acting too. So I've been doing acting. I got a couple movies. I got a movie on Amazon. I got a movie on Tubi. So I just I've been just playing around with different fields and just different things to where I'm just keeping me out of trouble and just keeping me grounded and keeping me humble. So you know.
Damn. Hella proud of you,
hmm
bro. This is
Nah, for
crazy,
sure. I appreciate
man.
it. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
sir. Yes, sir.
yeah.
Happy
hmm
to hear that. What do you call this? Do you have any kids yet right now?
Nah, I ain't got no kids yet. I would have had one kid, but then when I got out, it happened to be a stillbirth. So unfortunately, the kid like stillbirth to where like the kid like born like basically dead. So like I
Oh
say,
shit. Sorry to hear
that's
that, man.
unfortunate, but.
Yeah.
I'm just taking my time now. I'm still young, so I want to find a good woman. I mean, I got a girlfriend, so I'm just like just really just taking our time with it. And we're not like rushing, so just going slow with it and whatnot. But I got a bunch of nieces and nephews, so that's like keeping me grounded. To play with them and spend time with them because it allows me to be able to like see how I can be as a dad. You know what I'm saying, through them. So, but I definitely plan to settle down. With like the next 1 or 2 years. Get kids going and just get a family going. So that's definitely in the works. For the future for sure.
Man, that's the business, man. But
Hmm.
anyway, do you have any what do you call this? Social platforms where people can reach you?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm on Instagram at the True King 23. You can reach me on that, and
Sure.
then Facebook, of course. James Allen. That's my name, James Allen. So you can reach me on that. You know what I'm saying? And then you feel me? That's pretty much about it. I don't have like a TikTok, none of that kind of stuff. But the Instagram is like I say, the True King 23. That's the underscore True TRU underscore King 23, and then Facebook James Allen.
Gotcha, bro. Gotcha, bro. I like the way you said that. I don't got no TikTok, like none of that.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, I'm a little old school, bro. Like,
Me too.
I couldn't get with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tried to, but I'm like, nah, like, I ain't
Me
with just
too, man.
watching videos all day, like, and doing like dances. I don't be dancing, bro. So, you know what I mean?
I'm,
Like, I'm like, man, I'm gonna leave that to the youngsters. You feel me?
I'm feeling you though. Hey, that prison shit making us older than this
I'm
little
like,
kid
bro,
shit,
it's like, bro,
man.
you gotta think like when I got out, bro, it's like I'm like shit, like man, this shit been out, like I wasn't doing this shit, so I'm like, man, I'm still stuck in the old mind. I'm like, man, look, I better know how to use a phone for real. You feel me?
Yeah, that's crazy. But hey, it sounds like you surrounded yourself with some real OGs in there and shit, man.
Nah, bro, like for me, it's like. I always got along better with the OGs than the youngsters because it's like my mindset was always kind of like like an older mindset. You feel me? So it was to the point to where it was like if I had like a young Telly, like we didn't really mess well because it's like you know he's young, he may be like 18, 19. I'm like 20, 21, but it's like I done been down already 4, 5 years, so it's like my mind already developed, like just like already like know how to jail and do prison time, but they just now coming in, so it's like I got to teach them and tell them how to do jail. But it's like I'm young too, so they like oh like so they get mad at me because like they think that I'm getting on them. But it's like nah, like I've already been in jail 5, 6, 4, 5 years, so it's like I'm trying to give you the game how it came to me, but it's like it just didn't get along. So I'm like man, I go in the cell with somebody who older than me, like an OG. I
Yeah,
already know how to jail. They know how to jail. We feel cool. We jailing. You feel me?
yeah. Damn, bro. So fuck. So, anyways, the cycle never stops. There's always somebody out there recruiting kids with the intention of brainwashing them into giving their life in their hood to the street gang or whatever and shit, man. From your experience, do you have like what message would you say to your younger self when you were on
Nah,
your
for real.
13, 14s and shit, man? From somebody,
Man,
somebody that's been there.
yeah. For me, man, I would just say. The message I would say, man, is that stay in school, get educated, and even though it may seem as if the gang life, the street life is like where it's at, you get the fast money, you get the fast cars, the fast women. It's like that's all a facade for me, because it's like at the end of the day, when you look up, that don't last. You know what I'm saying? No, like you end up gonna be in jail for life. You're gonna be underground, or it's like you're gonna be in a situation that you don't want to be in. So like even though it look fun and look good, man, it's not cool when you're sitting in jail, man. Facing life in prison, facing 50 years in prison, facing all this time, and you look up the homies that was you was trying to look good for and do good and shoot people for and go rob for, man. They ain't gonna be nowhere around. So it's like it's not worth it, man. Like just stay educated, man. Play sports if that's what you into. Even like math, science, and technology is like that's taking off now. So it's like it's different avenues and things you could do that's not I'm saying no more important than hanging out in the streets, doing crimes, messing around with drugs. It's like it's so much things now. The world doesn't evolve, so it's so much stuff now that a person can get into. They just got to know what I'm saying, have the mindset, the motivation, and the ability to put it together with the right people around them. So like I feel like me being like an older person now. As far as I mean, I ain't old, but like no, like we like older now because like we was kids then, but now we're like like 30 years old. So it's like I feel like me being an older guy now, I would just, really like, just tell people how to, like do things the right way and just kind of like show them and like, just give them my personal experiences of what I went through, what I dealt with, so that way they could be able to, like use my experiences to avoid, you know what I'm saying, going down the path that I went on because, going to jail, man, that's not it. Like missing a third of your life, that's not it for real. So, like you want to be out here with your family, your friends, people that really care about you, and people that want to see you doing better and doing good, which is people that's going to motivate you to go to school, to work, create a business, and just kind of like really tap into that avenue of what you're good at, and just really evolve it and make it. You know what I'm saying, do what it do, so that way you can like stay out here and where it really count at. Because being in jail, man, that's for the birds for real, bro. So I just hey, jail ain't it, man. Period.
Yeah, real talk, man. That's fucking gems right there coming from somebody that actually been there, done that, homie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming through, dropping by and
Nah,
shit,
bro,
man.
you already know, man. It's all love, you know. Oh,
All,
hey,
all love,
we go
brother.
back in the day, man. It's all love for real. You feel me?
Happy to see you, bro. We
Yes,
haven't seen
sir,
each other
man.
since 2014.
Hey, look. I got the
Yeah.
passport, man. You know what I'm saying? So shit, you feel me? I pop up on you, bro.
Oh, dude, just like that, man. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to tell you, man. I've been trying to go. I've been trying to go over there for the longest, bro. You know what I'm saying? No, hey, I didn't heard about them Filipino women, so I'm like, man, what? I'm ready to go
Oh,
over there. I'm ready to
I
go over there and see what. I'm ready to go over there, and I'm saying, no, just have a good time. You feel me?
you're gonna love it right here, bro.
Hell
You're
yeah.
gonna love it, hopefully
Hmm.
soon.
Nah,
And
for
you
real.
know, I'm glad you got you got your what do you call this? One of the greatest thing I heard was your record is sealed and expunged, and
Nah, for
that's
sure.
yeah, that's taking care of business. You got a
Hmm.
bright future, and you're only 30
Yeah,
now
yeah,
too.
yeah. I'm 30. I just
Yeah,
turned 30, so I'm like, man, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm just taking it one day at a time, bro. Thanking God for the blessings. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to, rush the process. I ain't trying to, be nobody else. I can only be myself because did nobody else go through my experience? Did nobody else do my time for me but me? So I gotta know what I'm saying, no, stay in my lane. See, the thing where everybody know who get out and like I said earlier, the recidivism is because people get out and then they lose the focus and they lose track of, what got them there. You feel me? It's like, okay, if when you get out, bro, see, they don't tell you about, like, oh, like, that, it's gonna be hard when you get out. Cause when I got out, I was happy, having fun. My third or fourth day, I'm like, man, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I'm dead and ready to go back to jail again. Cause like this shit kind of hard for real. Like, they ain't tell you all this. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, man, like, so it's just you gotta know what I'm saying. Definitely have the right people around you, the right resources, man, and you got to just be strong mentally because it's like if you're not, it's gonna swallow you up again, bro. You're gonna want to pick that gun back up, pick them drugs back up to go sell. So it's like you got to really just be like, man, you know what, like, okay, like I don't want to do this no more. Like I'm done with this, which is jail lifestyle, and you got to just choose to be better and just ask for help. Like, don't be afraid to ask for help, whether it be for a bus pass to go on a bus to get to do a job interview, whether I'm saying no be hey goodwill to get clothes for a job interview. Like you got to ask for help because it's like otherwise you ain't gonna have you don't have all the things you need when you get out because they only give you about like what $100, $200 for the gate pass or whatever. Like,
yeah,
come on, bro. What we doing, bro? $200. What we doing with that? You feel me? That's a meal. That's a meal in the phone. You feel me?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you got, like I say, bro, you got to really just be motivated and just have that the same mentality that because you got to think when everybody finna get out, like the last like year or two, they tap in, right? They done with the jail lifestyle. They done with the drugs and the phones. They just working out, and just trying to like get their mind prepared to be out. You feel me? So you got to have that same mindset of like, man, okay, like okay, I'm out now, but it's gonna be hard. So let me still be able to like tap into that mindset of okay, like that I don't want to like I'm saying no go back to jail. So I gotta do everything I gotta do to stay on that right path, which is, like I say, like me, for example, bro, I got a bike, bro. I got me a bike, bro. I'm biking everywhere. I'm biking to job interviews. I get a job. I'm biking to work. You feel me? Like, cause it's like, man, I don't got a car, bro. I don't even have a license. Matter of fact, I ain't even know how to drive. You feel me? Like I said, I went to jail when I was 16, so I wasn't driving then. So I had to learn how to do everything as an adult for the first time at 27 years old. You feel me? So
Oh,
it's like, you know what I
uh,
mean?
yeah,
And
yeah,
that was tough, bro. Cause just like I said, like I'm like, man, like I don't got no ID, I don't got a driver's license, I ain't got no car, I ain't got nowhere to stay at. Like, so imagine the pressure that I felt. But it's like I just knew that, man. Like, okay, if I can do 10 years in prison and get through that, and get through all the mental warfare of that, come on, man. I know I can get through this. And it's like one day at a time. I just began to just break down my thinking about, okay, like it's hard until saying, you know what, like fuck all that, man. I'm gonna do one thing at a time. If I can go to DMV and apply for ID, guess what? I knocked one thing off. You feel me? Did I do
yeah.
that? I accomplished that. Okay, got me ID. Okay, if I can, you know what I'm saying, practice how to drive, and then I can get me a license. So I'm like, hey, call the family. Hey, look, I need to learn how to drive. Can you help me? You feel me? They bring the car up. I practice a couple hours a day. Okay, I'm getting better. I'm ready for a license. I put in for that. You feel me? It's like just focus on the small things at a time, and then when you look it up overall, it become a bigger thing to where you're going to accomplish it all. Don't try to put too much pressure at one time, because that's how you end up. Wanting to pick the gun back up and wanting to do the drugs, to sell drugs and all that. Man, you gotta do one thing at a time and go from there. You feel me?
That's the business, man.
That's how I did it, bro. Some real shit for real.
That's growth mindset right there,
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
man. So anyway, before we shake the spot, man, what do you call this? What do you want the world to know that they don't know about you? Like, you know what I mean? Something
Yeah,
personal.
man. I just say I want the world to know something about me is that, I'm a child of God first and foremost. You feel me? Like I found God when I was in prison. Like, I know everybody not believers, but I found God when I was in jail, locked up. He saved my life, because I believe that if I didn't go to jail, honestly, I'd be dead, because I didn't have nothing to live for. Like, I didn't have no motivation. I didn't have no ambition. I was just robbing everybody, robbing anybody. I don't care if it was my friends. I done robbed my friends before a couple of times and didn't care about it. You feel me? And then I rob them. I'll rob them the next day. I'm back with them again, but they know it's me because I had like mask on or whatever. Like I rob them for what they got. And I'm saying next day, shaking hands with them again, like nothing ever happened. So it's like the person I was somebody that didn't have no empathy. I didn't care about people. I didn't care about myself. So how am I care about somebody else? So I just feel like, man, I want the world to know that that change is possible. Don't care what nobody tell you about. If you're the worst person ever, change is possible. If you believe that you can do better, and you can, what I'm saying, no, get better, it's possible, man. But you got to, know what I'm saying, start at one thing at a time, which is just breaking down them barriers of okay, why am I doing what I'm doing? You feel me? Like if you can get to a point of knowing why you're doing what you're doing and where it comes from, like where did it stem from, then you can get to the point of becoming better, and being a better person. So like for me, like man, I have to go back to the beginning. Okay, I grew up in foster care. That's where everything started. I was mad, angry, depressed. Like that's where everything began. That to where I was the person I was. So but now, look, fast forward all this time, I want the world to know, man, look, I'm a changed person, I'm a healthy person, man. I just let all that stuff go in the past. I don't, what I'm saying, no, it don't have like no negative impact on my life no more. Being in prison, what I'm saying, actually was the best thing that happened to me. Even though it might sound crazy, but it was, because it saved my life. You feel me?
Yeah, amen, man. And the best is
Yeah.
yet to come.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah,
Still going, man. God is good, Every day I wake up, thank you for giving me new life, because somebody didn't wake up today, and they probably wondering like, what the hell is going on? Where the hell am I at? You feel me?
yeah.
So, you know
And
what I mean?
this is a friendly
Yeah,
reminder to everyone out there watching this right now, man. God owns everything. You know
bro,
what I
he
mean?
owned it, bro. Like,
Yes,
and
sir.
the way of the world, bro. The way of the world is crazy, bro. You see, it's getting more wilder and wilder. It's getting more crazier and crazier, bro. But it's like just we got to stay grounded, stay humble, because it's like it's the enemy, bro, that want to see us. Know what I'm saying? No, he want to see us losing. He want to see us. Know what I'm saying? Failing. But if you got God on your side, man, he gonna always protect you. He gonna always, know what I'm saying, guide you. He gonna always, know what I'm saying, no, you want to go to that promised land. I know I do. So I'm like, man, I know I ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying, but I know that, you know what I mean, with God on my side, man, I can't lose. So
Can't
you feel
lose,
me?
man. Can't lose.
Yeah.
I wish you
Hmm.
nothing but the best, bro. And hopefully
Yes, sir.
I can see you right here. Take a little quick
Nah, for
vacation
real.
right here. Get yourself a little Filipino girl and shit, man.
Bro, nah,
Wait.
for real. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Hey, and
See what's
you
up.
know, I picked him up real easy. I told you I'm like 215 now, bro. So, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
I didn't got taller. I'm about 6 feet now, bro.
Oh.
Yeah.
And back then we were the same height, right?
See how tall are you now?
Almost. I'm only like 5'10", you know.
Yeah, yeah. Now
Um,
that's still tall though.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
damn, I'll see you soon, man. Hopefully
Nah, for real,
everything goes
bro.
smooth. Fuck the devil. Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
that's just stupid. We're strong. We can't lose. We have God and shit, man.
Nah, exactly, bro.
Really.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, with that being said, you'll know what time it is. Say what you mean and mean what you say, because real recognize real, homeboy.
Yes, sir.
Out of here.